Omaha Mavericks stampeding into Division I.
Welcome to Omaha Mavericks stampeding into Division I athletics. I'm Layla Sherry.
And I'm Erin Krause. In 2010, the University of Nebraska at Omaha made the decision to move from Division II to Division I. This move was part of a vision to create an athletic program that could unite the university and bring unprecedented growth.
In this program, we will explore how this change will impact the university and Omaha community.
In 2015, the UNO hockey team made it to the national championships, cementing UNO as a recognizable Division I team.
After setting new standards for the program, the Omaha hockey team is hoping for some carryover into next year.
We're really looking forward to the future.
For senior captain Brian O'Rourke, the Mavericks reached new heights this season.
I think it sort of puts Omaha on the map, and with a great young group of players coming back next year, I think everyone can look forward to another great season from UNO hockey.
Not only did this team reach new heights, but it helped establish a hockey culture in the city.
We're able to establish, a little bit of a culture, a team culture that is going to be, standard from here on out.
Even though he has 2 years left as a UNO Maverick, sophomore forward Jake Gensel says that this year's senior class was special.
We're going to miss them. They were the team this year. They led everyone, and I think they put a good stamp on us younger guys, what to look for, what to look up to, and what to do next year.
Head coach Dean Blaze hopes this year's experience in the Frozen Four will help the program for years to come.
The players that we have coming in for the future are pretty talented. We're going to also miss the seniors and the leadership of graduation. So the future looks bright, and the experience was great here.
The combination of that experience and talented returning players should make the Mavericks a force to be reckoned with starting next fall.
Again, we saw the player behind the net have the puck.
Here in Exarban, the UNO Community Arena will be the lead facility for UNO's Division I program. The UNO Community Arena is in its final construction phases as it prepares for the opening in October. The $81.6 million facility will be the centerpiece for the campus to showcase UNO sports. So why is it important for UNO athletics? General Manager and Associate Director Mike Sierra explains the big picture.
Having a lot of the amenities that potential recruits look for will be a huge benefit to all of our athletics that will play in the arena.
Those recruits make up the talented UNO athletes.
With the opening of the new UNO Community Arena, seniors from the hockey team, basketball team, and volleyball team will be missing out in participation of their games here.
The seniors graduating are those who were with their program before the transition to Division I. Unable to be a part of the future projects, senior hockey player Brian O'Rourke still remains positive for UNO.
It's definitely unfortunate. Looks like it's going to be a really cool place, and it's going to be great for the guys that do get to play there, and for all the fans in the community. It's going to be a great asset for the school.
With 7,500 seats, ice rinks for hockey in the community, insulated basketball and volleyball courts, the arena's atmosphere will be engaging. Once the arena is up and running, there will be 750 seats available to students. The hope is that the student attendance at games will help create an identity for the university.
The nearly $82 million investment into the arena is expected to bring revenue into the athletic program, but the investment is expected to boost the business community surrounding the arena as well. Exarban Village is on the rise, and Magnum Development Corporation can be thanked for a large amount of the area's expansion. John Hughes, the president of Magnum, says the location was an easy fit for the development group.
The names that are involved in Exarban, in the Exarban Village redevelopment, Ken Stinson, Walter Scott, Howard Hawks, you hear those names and you know that it's going to be a dynamic, successful project. And so when we had the opportunity to invest, we jumped at it.
Once the development in Exarban is complete, it will have a net worth of $500 million. This is expected to increase once UNO's arena opens up. Hughes is excited about the draw of the arena and the creation of a new, vibrant Omaha nightlife.
Which makes more people want to live down there, which means you build more apartments, which means there's more people to eat and support the restaurants, and then people want to live by where they work, and there's room for more office buildings, and it just keeps cycling and building upon itself. And that's what's really the most fun.
With a hockey arena standing in the horizon, one Exarban business is ready to welcome hockey fans and the UNO community with open arms.
We're happy to call Omaha home, to call UNO students part of our target demographic and our customer base.
Tim Malm, co-owner of Dudley's Pizza and Tavern, is looking forward to the positive atmosphere that the arena will bring to Exarban.
It's just about having an area to be proud of, to be proud of Exarban Village and to be part of it, and to have that energy level keep growing and growing. I think that's the biggest thing.
Businesses are already benefiting from the university's move to Division I. We spoke with Chancellor John Christensen about the change and how it will have a positive impact on the university and the Omaha community.
When I came into this position in 2006, the athletic department had a fairly lengthy history of financial challenges, and they were fairly substantial at that point in time. And so one of the things that we did, particularly after I had the privilege of hiring Trev Alberts, was to look at the future of the athletic department in all regards, to look at it financially. So we looked at what would the financial picture look like at Division I, II, and III, as well as NAIA, because given the circumstances, some sort of changes had to take place. As a result of that study, we found out that unless we made changes, the situation was not only going to continue to be a problem, it was going to be a growing problem. And so we had to make some difficult decisions about what it was we were going to do. And the only real out, if you will, was the opportunity to move to Division I and making some changes in the types of athletic programs that we would have going forward. And so the questions about Division I were really separate, but as that became more clarified, we realized that also part of the financial challenge was not having our own home facility, and so the arena became part of the conversation toward the end. And we shared that with a number of community leaders, got input from a variety of people. We had conversations with central administration and the Board of Regents, and ultimately, Division I seemed to be the only reasonable and responsible way to go forward for this campus to be stable with respect to athletics financially, to be stable going forward, and to provide the kind of campus life opportunities that we could provide for not only student athletes but the campus at large.
What were the immediate benefits that the university saw after adopting the new title?
There have been none yet because we aren't Division I. We're simply in the process. Now, if our homework was done properly, and I think it has been, and if what we've learned in the last 4 years is accurate, the benefits will be in the future, and those benefits will center around financial stability of the athletic department, the opportunity to create, I think, greater performance opportunities for our student athletes, and to bring the campus family into athletics as a part of student life. So the benefits are far beyond, in my opinion, far beyond fiscal. They include what are you going to do for your campus community, and what are you going to do for the community in which we have the privilege to be a part of.
And so, finishing off, what has been your favorite thing about this whole process, or what will be your favorite thing once we can say that UNO is a Division I school?
Well, I'm not so sure that it's about a single thing like Division I or what the potential outcomes of the arena, which is closely connected to this process. But for me, it's about being able to meet our #1 strategic goal, and that's being student-centered. And we have a lot of students who would love to participate in athletics as fans and spirit participants, and they haven't had that opportunity because there's nothing at home. And so that's very important to me. Also, our third strategic goal is to be engaged with our community, and this is going to just be another very significant opportunity to engage with the community. For me, it's about what it does for our campus and our community in particular. I think having a home for athletics on the campus is something that's pretty hard to find a place that doesn't have that already. And for me personally, having ridden my bike over here as a 10-year-old to go to UNO activities, I certainly would have liked a home like this myself. Hopefully there are a lot of other young people in the community who are going to feel the same way.
Thank you for speaking with us today, Chancellor Christensen.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
After the break, we will learn how the transition has impacted student life and UNO fans.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders, a place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Bit about how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
You're watching Omaha Mavericks stampeding into Division I, a University of Nebraska at Omaha School of Communication production.
I'm Areli Villard.
And I'm Sarah Murphy. Through the transitional period, both UNO fans and athletes have evolved into something Omaha's team can be proud of.
From young to old, and sometimes even crazy, Omaha fans and athletes have evolved throughout the years. With the new arena on its way, UNO Student Body President Jordan Cook says Maverick pride is at an all-time high.
And the new arena coming, that's greatly increasing school spirit across campus. And it's great to see that people are really proud to be a Maverick.
Red Army original Rick Jeffries says the students are passionate about their Mavericks and love UNO.
We're going to school tomorrow morning at UNO, and that makes us cooler than you. And that was a beautiful moment.
From the Civic Auditorium to the CenturyLink Center, and now to the UNO Community Arena being completed behind me, Omaha's team will finally have a permanent home.
The new arena has all UNO fans excited for what's to come, and that means the students will finally have their chance to grab the spotlight.
The students are really going to rule the day at the new place.
And Jeffries thinks that will be a game changer for Omaha athletics.
People coming into their house to compete with the people they go to school with, that's going to really change the dynamic.
And as the clock winds down on this era of UNO athletics, you can be sure Maverick fans are already eagerly awaiting what's to come.
When the arena opens in mid-October, UNO hockey will host the inaugural game, and Maverick fans can't wait to be there.
The arena is meant to create a home for the athletic department, but it'll also impact the student life as well. A part of student life is also supporting our athletes during sporting events. But as the new arena begins to evolve, the real question is, will it give our students more access and activities to do, and will it also increase the student life component of being a Maverick? Andy McGavin, who is a part of the UNO's Red Army, tells us his goals for the arena.
It's going to be a lot more intimate than what we've got already. Just the utmost excellent acoustics for us to get as loud as humanly possible. The brand new bullpen, one of the most difficult places to play, and it's going to be a heck of a time for anybody to come in and beat us at home.
Not only will UNO's new arena accommodate student athletes, but it'll also accommodate the student life as a whole. Bill Pickett, who is the Senior Director of Student Involvement, gives us some ideas on how UNO's new arena will improve the student life.
I think one of my biggest high hopes, I guess you could say, would be that school spirit will increase. To kind of create the school spirit buzz and get people excited. Next year when that arena opens, we'll have more opportunities to really do pre-game events and parties and functions to get students pepped up and ready to go to the game. So, in a nutshell, having that arena on campus should in turn increase school spirit because we should have more students coming out to our stuff.
Once the arena opens up, it hopes to improve school spirit and to also create community engagement as well.
The transition to Division I has already given a group of talented broadcasting students the opportunity of a lifetime.
It can take years for an announcer to work their way to announcing Division I college sports.
1-0 lead for Omaha. 3 minutes left here in the first round. Matheny alongside with Avery Winkler.
Thanks to UNO's move to Division I, students have that opportunity right away. NCAA rules dictate that college student radio programs have the right to broadcast their university's Division I sports. Once UNO began to make the transition, the student radio program known as Mav Radio was ready to step in.
The university's been great in getting us the equipment to do it and getting us the space and everything. But then other than that, it's all volunteer. The people who call the game are students, and they volunteer. The people who produce the games for us, they're students, and they volunteer.
This year, Mav Radio was there to broadcast when UNO Maverick hockey made it to the Frozen Four in Boston. The student announcer said the experience of announcing Division I sports is something else.
You don't really think about it when you're getting involved. You know what you're signing up for, but when you're really living it and you're really at the games, getting the experience, it's really something different.
Thanks to the move to Division I, many students will say they got their start announcing UNO sports on Mav Radio.
After the break, Ben Hausch will tell us how the transition has impacted UNO student athletes.
And we will see how the move to Division I works with UNO's plans to grow. We'll be back.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
You're watching Omaha Mavericks stampeding into Division I, a University of Nebraska at Omaha School of Communication production.
When the University of Nebraska at Omaha decided to transition into Division I athletics, the students had to transition into new academic standards. Transitioning into Division I athletics for the University of Nebraska at Omaha brings exciting benefits to the students-athletes.
For our student athletes specifically, it means that they can then participate in postseason competition, which is exciting. So that's a really big step that will be some reward for our student athletes.
But with those benefits comes a new academic standard.
Division I student athletes have to meet, it's an academic progress rate, APR, that's set forth by the NCAA. It's a real-time 4-year look at how we're retaining our student athletes and if they're maintaining their eligibility and eventually progressing toward their degree.
Chloe Keener, a freshman of the UNO swim team, explains the academic requirements.
Going into my freshman year, we had 6 required hours in Hamilton, this room, and then if your grades maintain at a certain level, those hours drop.
Transitioning into Division I means increase in diligence towards academic success. Lindsay Ekwu says the student athletes are well prepared for it.
In this transition, we've already had to meet these Division I academic benchmarks set forth by the NCAA. So we'll just have to continue meeting those. We've done a great job, these 4 years of the transition, but I think the end of the transition and the first year fully transitioned is just kind of like that celebration, like, all right, we're here. We've kind of done all the back end work, and now we're here and ready to compete.
As for Chloe Keener, she is very pleased to be part of this transition.
It's been a fantastic experience so far. I can't speak any higher of it, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 years. It'll be great to see the new arena opening up, and just the different things that the college has to offer are exciting.
Student athletes like Chloe Keener aren't worried about the changes that the transition will bring. University of Nebraska at Omaha Athletic Director Trev Albert spoke with us on how this transition was the best decision for student athletes and the university.
Our process was really an institutional decision. It was, as we looked at our athletic department, it was assessing where the institution was academically and as a doctoral granting institution in a major metropolitan area. We wanted the athletics department to join the level of excellence that the academic side of the house and our students have accomplished. So the move to Division I was about better aligning our athletic department with our peer institutions and where they were competing, and frankly that was at the highest level at Division I.
And how will the changes to Division I benefit UNO athletes?
It's not only beneficial to the athletic department, it's beneficial to the students. It's about student engagement. Our objective all along was to try to bring our athletic department back to campus. We had unfortunately over the years sort of exported athletics across Omaha and really got away from the one thing that the athletic department does well, and that's bring alumni back to campus. It's an opportunity for students who might live on campus to walk down, enjoy a game. So that's sort of what the arena is about. It's about going to Division I, being Division I, competing at the highest level, elevating the institutional brand and profile, and then competing on campus for student engagement.
Right, and how does switching to Division I financially help sustain UNO's athletic programs?
Well, there's more access to self-generated revenue. The Division II model is a subsidized model where state and student fees sort of pay for the cost of the athletic department. Division I is about, and the move to Division I was about how can we get at additional self-generated revenue. We're in a tough market. You got Creighton across town, and you've got the Huskers 45 minutes away. So this market was used to a certain level. We've had great success in hockey at Division I. It was about getting the rest of the programs to join the Division I level. So, little things like when we're out on hockey and we're playing on national television against a national opponent, it's a great thing for UNO. We play basketball games now against some of the top 5 schools in Iowa, and we played Nebraska this year. A couple things. First of all, from a branding perspective, it's a great thing for the university. Secondly, they pay us to come play. So we're getting at additional self-generated revenue. Our corporate sponsorship dollars at Division II have tripled in our move to Division I. So at the end of the day, the move to Division I was not only one that benefited the university in terms of the brand investment, but it's also about economically driven in terms of trying to get access to more self-generated revenue.
Well, thank you, Mr. Albers, for being with us today. And we're now going to go to Amber Lewis. She has more on the university's future growth and how Division I will affect it.
Thanks, Ben. The move to Division I was not an easy decision to come to, but the University of Nebraska at Omaha knew that the decision was needed in order to reach their goal of 20,000 students by 2020. UNO has undergone many changes in the last few years. Bill Wakefield, professor and director of outreach, has been at UNO for 40 years, and he says the growth from the move to Division I is definitely visible.
It's been fascinating to watch it. I think we have a gorgeous campus now.
Changes the university have undergone are many. Faculty and staff foresee more growth in the near future. Les Valentine, an archivist here at UNO, has been documenting UNO's changes for years. He says that the move to Division I has also created a change in the programs.
You know, the physical changes have been amazing. And of course you don't see this as often, or it's not as clear, but the programs, the increases in programs over the time I've been here is just amazing.
The university understands that quality academics and quality athletic programs will help reach their ultimate goal of 20,000 students by the year 2020.
A gorgeous campus now for a metropolitan university. I think we're very, very fortunate. It's nestled right in the heart of Omaha.
So far, UNO accommodates over 14,000 students. With the new renovations to the campus and the move to Division I athletics, the numbers of students will surely grow. There's a lot of speculation as to what changes UNO will make next. So far, the move to Division I has already begun to impact the university and the Omaha community. We hope you've enjoyed our program. Thank you so much for joining us.
Omaha Mavericks stampeding into Division I, a student production of the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha.